Hey guys, Professor Bill of Comic Book University and Star Trek Next Generation, Terra Incognita, Part 2. Ooh, okay, first let's get to the important stuff and let's get out who did this book first. Scott Tipton and David Tipton wrote this story. Story art by Carlos Nieto. Story colors by Fran Gamboa. Lettering by Neil Uyetake. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, bang. Wow. This felt like a very long story. This actually felt like it was a double-sized issue. I'm not joking. I had to, after I finished reading the comic book, before I even finished reading the comic book, I went back and I looked at it from the outside. Like, is this extended or something like that? Like, there was a lot there, man. So, I don't know, dude. I can see right now that the Tipton brothers are clearly playing the long game with this Terra Incognita story, and yay. The previous two stories with the Through the Dark Mirrorverse sort of, I don't know, story arcs that they've been doing, the individual chapters, they were great, but they were also really, really intense, especially for Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? Especially for Star Trek. This actually felt more like the Kelvin universe as opposed to the original universe, because everything was just moving so fast, so hard, you know, there's barely any time to breathe when all of a sudden here comes a fake crew member, you know what I'm saying, trying to take over everything. Here, we only get one hint of a false crew member, and he's literally in it for just a couple of moments, but he may have tampered with a shuttle that's supposed to go along with a Cardassian envoy for a peacekeeping mission. This was interesting. This was really interesting. And of course, seeing the Vulcans talking to the extremely brash Cardassians, you know, where like their form of peaceful negotiations is not shooting you while he's choking you to death. Very interesting. This book was handled so expertly. So damned expertly. There was not a whole lot of action. There was action. There had to have been, because when they crash landed, it was in a very hostile environment. But there wasn't hostilities towards each other, just the threats thereof. And I'm totally okay with that, man. You hit me with that all day long. But this was really good. This was great. Seeing the negotiations, and literally it was like last minute with Picard and you know, up against these Cardassians. It was a last minute thing. So the Enterprise, they had zero time to prepare for this. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Duty calls. You know what I'm saying? So this was really good. I enjoyed seeing the negotiation process back and forth between the two ship captains. That was fantastic. And the way that Picard held his cool, it's like listening to Sam Harris having a debate with somebody who's getting red hot and emotional, and Sam is just sitting there just all nice and cool, like, okay, but this is why you're an idiot. And then just explain it, and the other guy just gets even redder and hotter, and just, wow, man, this was so good. If you like the negotiation tactics type of stories, this is the comic for you. Done and done. And that's if you don't even like Star Trek. Face it. Anyway, guys, I highly recommend this book. I've been recommending all of these Dark Universe books because they're so good. Anyway, and they keep on surprising me. I keep thinking they're going to run out of stories soon, right? And Tipton's like, come and see. All right, guys, that's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.